Thank you for joining us. Here are the weekly highlights of Arakan. Over 20 casualties, including an infant, after airstrikes on 2 towns on Union Day. ULAA purchasing paddy from Rakhine farmers. At least 11 villages burned in Kyaukphyu during 1 year of fighting. Rakhine traders hope to export local products to India. Firewood ban in northern Rakhine leads to increased charcoal demand. Taungup residents face difficulties rebuilding homes destroyed in fighting. It has now been over 2 years since fighting intensified in Arakan State alongside the Arakan Army's offensive operations. From February 9th to February 15th of 2026, we'll be bringing you notable updates in Arakan. Over 20 casualties, including an infant, after airstrikes on 2 towns on Union Day. On the night of February 12th, Union Day, the Military Council carried out simultaneous airstrikes on Kyauktaw and Mrauk-U towns in Rakhine State. As a result, 7 people, including children, were killed and 16 others were injured. At around 9 p.m., a bomb dropped by the military exploded in Baidere ward in Kyauktaw, killing 4 people and injuring 9. Similarly, in the Alay Market ward of Mrauk-U, a bomb explosion killed an infant and both of the child's parents instantly, and injured 7 others. Among the injured are individuals in critical condition who are receiving emergency medical treatment. Family members of the victims have called for action against the military authorities, saying that attacks targeting civilian residential areas unrelated to military operations constitute ongoing war crimes. Previously, on December 10, 2025, International Human Rights Day, the military bombed the public hospital in Mrauk-U, killing 33 civilians and injuring 78 others. ULAA purchasing paddy from Rakhine farmers. Authorities of the United League of Arakan and Arakan Army have begun purchasing paddy from local farmers starting in February, according to farmers in areas under their control. Although it is currently harvest season, farmers have been unable to sell the crops due to the lack of a functioning local market. ULAA has therefore begun buying the paddy. The paddy is categorized into 4 quality grades based on factors such as discolored grains, red rice content, dust, sand, impurities, mixed varieties, and moisture levels, with prices set accordingly. For Posemuing paddy, the price per 100 baskets ranges from 800,000 jets maximum to 600,000 jets minimum. For Indian short grain varieties, price range from 570,000 jets to 400 jets per 100 baskets. These prices have been officially set and purchases are ongoing. Although rice and paddy from Rakhine were previously exported to mainland Myanmar and abroad, exports have halted due to road blockades and disruptions caused by the military and ongoing fighting. As a result, farmers face rising input costs while being unable to sell the stored crops, leading to annual financial losses. Farmers have pointed out that the Arakan People's Government should work to establish a stable rice market to both support farmers and contribute to public revenue. At least 11 villages burned in Kyaukphyu during 1 year of fighting. Within 1 year of fighting that began in Kyaukphyu Township in February 2025, at least 11 villages have been burned, with more than 700 houses destroyed. According to data compiled by DMG and local sources, Kyaukphyu Township has frequently experienced airstrikes, artillery shelling, and arson incidents, resulting in widespread home destruction and daily civilian displacement. Since the fighting, villages including Ukon, Tuting, Raoshou, Granshine, Kedabri, Dongshou, Bronhi, Kulaba, Malajuan, Lekamo, and Saikudun have suffered extensive fire damage. On February 9th, fires were also reported in Taoyin, Taungup, Mrauk-U, and Tarabon in Saikudun village tract. A human rights activist condemned the burning and destruction of civilian villages and homes unrelated to the fighting as inhumane acts. Currently, more than 60,000 civilians have been displaced due to the ongoing clashes between the military and the Arakan Army in Kyaukphyu Township, according to civil society organizations. Rakhine traders hope to export local products to India. Rakhine traders are hopeful that local products will be allowed for export to India via the Mizoram trade route, an important border trade corridor. Although essential goods are currently imported from India into Rakhine State, exports of Rakhine products to India have not yet been permitted. Traders say that enabling reciprocal trade would benefit both sides economically. Mizoram State, being mountainous with limited agricultural land, reportedly imports about 90% of its food supply, including rice, beans, fish, and shrimp, from Punjab in northwestern India. Traders argued that sourcing these goods from neighboring Rakhine State would be mutually beneficial. As Rakhine's economy is largely based on agriculture, livestock, and fisheries, traders hope to export rice, beans, fruits, fish, shrimp, and dried seafood to India. If ULAAA can negotiate reciprocal trade arrangements with Indian authorities, it would create new markets for farmers, fishers, and traders, contributing to regional development. Firewood ban in northern Rakhine leads to increased charcoal demand. Following restrictions in firewood cutting in areas controlled by the Arakan army, demand for charcoal has risen significantly, and sellers report strong sales. Firewood cutting and use have been banned in Mrauk-U, Kyauktaw, and Mrauk-U townships, prompting residents to rely more heavily on charcoal for fuel. Charcoal is mainly supplied from Kyaukphyu and An townships, with at least 6,000 bags arriving daily in Kyauktaw alone. Current prices range from 14,000 to 17,000 per bag. Due to the conflict, electricity has been unavailable in Rakhine for over 2 years, forcing residents to depend primarily on firewood and charcoal for cooking. Although ULAA states that the restrictions aim to prevent deforestation, residents are facing fuel difficulties. While the policy may have environmental benefits, it could create long-term fuel challenges. Taungup residents face difficulties rebuilding homes destroyed in fighting. Residents of Taungup, whose homes were destroyed during the town seizure battles, are facing significant difficulties rebuilding. During the fighting, more than 200 buildings in Taungup were destroyed by airstrikes, artillery fire, and arson. Although some residents have returned, high construction costs and other hardships are making rebuilding extremely challenging. Additionally, restrictions on timber cutting imposed by ULAAA have further complicated reconstruction efforts. Neighborhoods including Kanbai, Taungup, and Guda were heavily damaged, with Kanbai experiencing the greatest destruction. The Arakan army took control of Taungup Township on December 14, 2024, and is currently carrying out local administrative, judicial, and reconstruction activities. Across Arakan State, thousands of homes and buildings were destroyed during town seizure battles, and rebuilding remains a major challenge. These were the main highlights of the past week in Arakan. This program is presented every Tuesday, so please stay tuned. May all people of Arakan and the world stay healthy and safe.